Not for us, my lord, not for us, but to your name give the glory.
Today at the Rabbit's Den, here's a closer look at Mythic Legions, Legion Builder, Dark Templar. Welcome back everyone to the Rabbit's Den. I am your host Marco, aka Rabbit, and today we're going to take a look at this Mythic Legion, Dark Templar. Now this Dark Templar figure is part of their Deluxe Legion Builder wave, and this was the knight of that wave. Now Legion Builders are essentially made for army building. These figures are available at a cheaper price due to majority of the parts used are stuff that already exist in other figures. And in addition, the Legion Builders also has less paint apps, so that's why they're able to offer it at such lower prices. I believe this particular figure, if you ordered directly from them as a pre-order, was only $25 or $27, I think is the new price. Now in this case, this figure is considered quote unquote their deluxe Legion Builder due to the helmet and the new horns that it has. So let's get into the review. Now starting off with the box here. Right in front we have Mythic Legions. On the side, Dark Templar, Legion Builder, some product shots. Right in the back, some art by Nate Barch, I believe. And then some of the other figures that came in this wave. And right on the bottom is a storyline of Mythic Legions. On the side, we have a faction symbol here. I believe this is for Sons of the Red Star, which surprisingly, not a lot of figures has come out from this faction. Legal stuff on the bottom, barcode. So yeah, that's it for the box. Now looking at the figure, as you can see, there's hardly any paint apps on it, but definitely have some great sculpting. For comparison, let's take out the normal Templar Knight. As you can see, the helmets are almost the same, but you can see the new head sculpt on the new Dark Templar. Also, the cross in the center is obviously not painted on this guy, and the portholes are designed differently. Like for this guy, you can see he has a sharper tip on the side. No portholes for the horns for the old Templar builder, but he does have a porthole on top for the spike on top. And then as far as body sculpt, the top is almost the same. Skirt is different. As far as the side pieces here, I believe this one is from the Red Shield Soldier. But the arms, let me take off. Take out the pauldron for the Templar builder. Or should I say the regular Templar. You can see it's the same arms, but this one is fully painted, but this was at a $37 price point. This was only $27. Legs, practically the same.
Practically.
Same legs, same boots. On the back, again, skirt is different, but everything is pretty much the same.
Practically.
So that's why this is a good buy if you're building an army. Now, let's take a look at articulation. Now, articulation is basic Mythic Legion articulation. Head can move right, can go left, pretty much 360 all around. The horns are articulated and removable, so you can replace it with any Mythic Legion horns that you guys have in your set. Arms, you can do the standard T-pose. It can go forward, back, 360 if you like. Elbows, single jointed, swivel on the elbows, and then there's a hinge on the wrist and gauntlet twist. Waist is in a ball joint, pretty much can go any which direction. Can go forward that far. Back, not so much. He can definitely do the splits, not hindered by this skirt pieces here. He can move his legs forward in a 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees towards the back. There is a thigh cut, single joint knees, twists on the knees, ankles. It could point down that far, point up that far, normal twists, and a lot of rock or rocker. So that's articulation for the Dark Templar. Now let's look at his accessories. Now as far as accessories, he does come with two pauldrons, which I believe is a reuse from a Mythic Legion red shield soldier. So let's put this on him. And he pegs on the ports on the back. There you go. Looking good. Of course, he came with standard Mythic Legion belt, which has a port for the sword. He came with a standard Templar shield, but since this is a Dark Templar, it's painted black with a white trim in the center. And it does have a removable handle. Be careful with this piece when handling this. It could break off when you're trying to remove it or put it back. Let's actually put that on him. There you go. With his shield on. Surprisingly, this is something new with Mythic Legion. He came with his basic sword, but most importantly, the sword came with a sheath. And you can put it in there. Not all the way, but that's a nice addition since they normally don't put sheath on their swords. And this can just hook right on the belt, just like that. And last, but certainly not least, he came with, I believe it's called a hubbard. A hubbard is pretty much a combination of a spear and an axe on the end. So that's a nice looking weapon. Again, no paint, but you can definitely weather it to make it more realistic. Now let's look at some size comparisons. Now for some size comparisons with other Mythic Legions. Here is with a standard Goblin, smaller size. Here is with an Ogre scale, half giant. Loving the size difference in here. And as I showed earlier, next to a standard Templar Knight, a white Templar Knight, and the leader, from what I read, the leader of the Dark Templars, which is Sir Gerard. I love seeing this trio. They look good together. Now with some other lines here. Here he is next to a Mezco 112 Collective Krieg. Won't stand up, but you can see the size difference here. Next to a Gotham Knight McFarlane Nightwing, almost the same size. Next to a G.I. Joe classified Kamakura, a bit smaller. And why not? A McFarlane Devastator. So, that's it for size comparisons. And there you go. Our in-depth review of Mythic Legion's Dark Templar. Did you guys grab this figure? Are you guys gonna army build him? And what do you guys think of the new accessories that he came with? Let me know in the comment section. For me, it was a definitely must buy as I'm a big fan of the whole Crusaders, Templar Knights, and the whole story about the Holy Grail. So this was a definitely must buy for me. With that said, thank you so much again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. It will definitely help the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And definitely hit that bell notification to be notified for any future reviews that I do. You can also find me on social media with my toy photography on Instagram at The Rabbit's Den Collectibles, and there is an underscore on each of the word there. Again, in behalf of Mr. Dark Templar here, this is Rabbit, and I'll see you next time on The Rabbit's Den. Peace.